Kamala Harris says U.S. politics is broken. Colbert interview explained. Kamala Harris has thrown down the gauntlet, declaring that the American political system is fundamentally flawed, and she has no plans to rejoin it anytime soon. This bold statement, made in a recent interview with Stephen Colbert on The Late Show, has sparked a firestorm of debate. But here's where it gets controversial. Harris isn't just criticizing the system. She's admitting that even those sworn to protect democratic principles have failed to stand up to the challenges of today's political landscape. And this is the part most people miss. Her remarks aren't just a personal exit strategy. They're a scathing indictment of a political infrastructure that many believe has lost its way. Harris, who stepped in as the Democratic presidential nominee in 2024 after Joe Biden withdrew from the race, delivered her first major post-election interview mere days after announcing she wouldn't run for California governor. In a candid conversation with Colbert, she framed her decision as a matter of principle rather than ambition. "I don't want to go back into the system. I think it's broken," she said, met with audible groans from the studio audience. The former vice president, who describes herself as a devout public servant, explained that her faith in the resilience of democracy has been shaken. "Our systems were supposed to defend our most fundamental principles," she added. "Right now, they're not as strong as they need to be." The choice. Kamala Harris on the state of U.S. democracy, a broken system. In a powerful statement, former Vice President Kamala Harris told Stephen Colbert that she views U.S. democracy as fundamentally broken. This candid assessment came during her first interview post the 2024 presidential election. Aired on CBS's The Late Show with Stephen Colbert on a Thursday evening. But here's where it gets controversial. Harris did not comment on whether she might run for the White House in 2028. Despite being asked directly by Colbert, 4 key points emerged from Harris's appearance. First, Harris painted a grim picture of U.S. democracy. She expressed disappointment that even with so many dedicated public servants, teachers, firefighters, police officers, nurses, and scientists, the system remains vulnerable. "Despite the countless individuals who serve our nation, I believed our democratic institutions were resilient enough to protect our core values," she admitted. "Unfortunately, I no longer think they are strong enough to withstand current challenges." Second, Harris strongly advised against the notion that people can simply wait out President Donald Trump's term. She called this mindset naive. "Many believe they can weather the storm passively," she explained. "But those who should act as stewards of our democracy have failed to do so." For instance, she criticized Congress for its inaction regarding Trump's efforts to dismantle the Department of Education, a move that Congress was duty-bound to oppose. Third, Harris expressed gratitude toward Mike Pence. She praised him for his courage in refusing Trump's pressure to overturn the 2020 election results. "Mike Pence had the backbone to stand up to President Trump," she said. "That kind of leadership is essential for preserving our democratic norms." Lastly, Harris offered high praise for former President Joe Biden. When asked about Biden's performance in a recent debate, she maintained her respect for him, emphasizing his commitment to the rule of law and integrity. "Joe Biden embodies the qualities we need in a leader, one who believes in serving the people and upholding democratic principles," she stated. Throughout her interview, Harris emphasized her intention to travel across the country and engage with voters in meaningful conversations. "Free from the pressures of seeking their support, I want to connect with people authentically," she explained. "This isn't about soliciting votes. It's about understanding their concerns and finding ways to address them." Her criticism of the Supreme Court's decision to grant immunity to former presidents for actions taken in office added another layer to her critique of the current political landscape. "It's crucial that our judiciary serves as a check on executive power," she said, highlighting the importance of judicial independence. As Harris reflects on her time in office and the state of U.S. democracy, her words underscore both the challenges ahead and the enduring commitment of many to uphold democratic values. And this is the part most people miss. Harris's belief that while the system is flawed, there are still opportunities for reform and restoration. What do you think? Is there hope for fixing our democracy, or are we facing insurmountable obstacles?